We begin tonight with controversy over Louisiana's new law requiring the Ten Commandments be displayed in classrooms across the state.
As a result of the law being passed, families and civil rights organizations filed a lawsuit to stop the law from going into effect when school starts in the fall.
News 10's Jasmine Dean joins us live in studio with details on why the petition has been filed and what it all means.
That's right. Today, multiple families, in addition to the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU Louisiana, and other organizations, filed a lawsuit to block the new law requiring the Ten Commandments to be on display in public classrooms. Petitioners of the lawsuit say their goal is to advocate how the new law is unconstitutional and does not separate church and state.
And we ask the court to declare that this law is unconstitutional, to enjoin the state from implementing it, as well as
Heather Weaver with the American Civil Liberties Union is just one of the many people who have band together to file a lawsuit against members of Louisiana's Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, as well as multiple school board parishes. Along with Weaver are other representatives for civil rights organizations and parents like Josh Herlins, who says not only is the new law unconstitutional, but is divisive and un-American.
This law violates the First Amendment and long-standing Supreme Court precedent. More than 40 years ago in Stone versus Graham, the Supreme Court overturned a similar law because the Constitution forbids public schools from posting the Ten Commandments.
The complaint is being filed on behalf of 9 families who practice a different religion or no religion. The diverse group of petitioners range from ministers who practice the Christian faith to people who just want their freedom of religion to be respected. Patrick Elliott with the Freedom from Religion Foundation says this new law is in violation of students' and families' First Amendment rights.
This law has no educational benefit, and it is incredibly frustrating to me that our politicians are spending their time on divisive legislation such as this instead of actually crafting laws that can help our students in the classrooms.
Attorney Jonathan Youngwood says now that the petition is filed, the next step is to have a hearing.
We plan to appear before that judge very soon with papers seeking a preliminary injunction that would bar the enforcement of this statute immediately. We hope to prosecute that preliminary injunction with all speed and work toward a hearing as soon as possible this summer so that this law can never effectively be implemented for the children of.
In a response to the lawsuit, Attorney General Liz Murrill told News 10, quote, "We cannot comment on a lawsuit we haven't seen. It seems the ACLU only selectively cares about the First Amendment. It doesn't care when the Biden administration censors speech or arrests pro-life protesters, but apparently it will fight to prevent posters that discuss our own legal history," end quote. The new law is effective immediately, but does not go into compliance until January of 2025. Jasmine Dean, KLFY News 10.